Hello, hello, hello. This is Michelle here. This is day number 18 of my FlossMas. So welcome to the 18th of December. Congratulations to everybody who finished school yesterday, and hang on in there to those of us who've got a couple more days next week. We are nearly there. We are nearly there. So yeah, I saw Jasmine's Made with the Love. She put a post up about finishing for the Christmas holidays. So I'm not jealous at all. We'll get there. We'll all get there. Next week we've got Christmas dinner and Christmas jumper day to look forward to as well, which is always good. Right, I have got the usual bits and bobs to show you. You'll notice as well, that way, oh I can't do that way backwards, I've got a little gap there because I've got two finishes to show you that I finished last year, and I've also taken down what was there, even though I finished it the year before. I'm going to take these off because I've had some people asking to see it, so I've taken it down to show you. I've got a new start because everything I said yesterday about wanting to get things finished, I'm a big fat liar, because I couldn't wait to start the fox, so I have started the fox. So let's start with the fox. Everybody knows it, everybody loves it. And I started mine using one strand on 36 count, 35 count, whatever they call it. And I just decided it wasn't right. The one strand, whilst I like the one strand for samplers and things like that, I just felt for this project it wasn't quite right. So I've switched. I took it all out. And I've done quite a lot, and I started again with two strands. So I haven't managed to put back in as much as I had done, but I've put in the outline of the tail and the outline of two of his feet. Now I've gone for sulky black just because I like the coverage of sulky black, although two strands of DMC would be fine, but I have gone for sulky black, and then I'm using the called for DMC at the top but using two strands. If I'd realised I was going to do two strands, I probably would have bought 32 count linen, because I'm not so keen on 36 count on two strands, but it's working out quite nicely, and I think it's just, I'll get used to it. I have stitched plenty of things with two strands on 36 count, so it's just a case of getting back used to it and getting the stitches to lay nicely again. So that's where I got to. I have managed to score a couple of skeins of burnt orange, which is the orange from the pattern, which is the Gentle Arts thread. Now I know it's sold out most places, and the place I got mine from, I had the last two skeins, but I was actually just looking at the threads that I'd got from my calendar, and I saw this one in there, Colonial Copper by Classic Colourworks, and I think that might be a good replacement. I will let you know when my burnt orange arrives, at the beginning of next week I should think, and I'll put the two together and I'll show you, but just from what it looks like on the pattern, Colonial Copper, oops, could work, because it's a nice, let me just put it there, it's a nice step up from the DMC orange, so that might work, So yeah, I'm going to do a bit more on him tonight. He's really, really nice to stitch on, as you thought he would be. The chart that I got down from here is this one, dust it a little bit, and it's a Blackbird Designs called Their Song. It says, I value my garden more for being full of blackbirds than of cherries, and very frankly give them fruit for their songs. I stitched this, no, it wasn't last year, it must have been the year before, and it is an out of print chart, and I don't have my chart anymore. So for those few people that have asked me about it, and there is quite a few people who asked me about it, that's what it looks like. Hopefully it will be one of the reprints, but you never know. You can find it on the secondary market. It's not impossible to find, but you might end up paying a little bit more for it. And I've just threw something on the floor. What I finished from this year just gone were two things that I'm going to show you. I finished this very lovely little thimble purse, which is called The Birds and the Berries. And again, when I saw it written down in my list, I was like, what is that? What is that? I couldn't remember what it was, and then I was just ferreting through my little box behind me and I was like, oh, that's what it is. And inside it's just got a little gingham lining. And that was a really great little make, actually. I've got another one of those to make, one with a little house on. So I can't wait to do that. I'm just going to put that up there out the way so it doesn't get lost again. And the other one that I've got is this one, which is called The Raven and the Nigellas by Punochka Designs. And I stitched it on a piece of 28 count Garibaldi linen. Now Garibaldi is a name of the linen. I want to say it was called Mocha or something like that, maybe. I don't know. And I just really liked him. The Raven and the Nigellas, he's called. And again, he normally sits up there as well, so you can probably see part of him in the general backdrop. The freebie today is a stitch along that you might want to get involved with by Jeanette Douglas. And despite the fact that I've been repeating it in my head since I started filming, I just had to check what it's called again. It's called Mini Bouquets, and the first part is out in January, but the frame is out at the moment. So if you wanted to stitch them all together and you wanted to put it in a frame for the different bouquets, then that frame is out at the moment. So I'll put that in the description box below, and thanks to all the people who messaged me and said had I seen it. It's absolutely lovely. The other thing that I think would be really nice would be to stitch 3 or 4 of them and make it into a band for a drum. I think that would look really nice as well. You could actually make 3 drums out of it. I think they're 4 rows of 3 on the actual design. You could do 3 4s and make a drum, and make 3 different drums. So that'd be nice. But beautiful design as always, very Jeanette Douglas, very classic, very just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So if you want to stitch that, have a look, go along, follow the link and have a look and see what is needed. Okay, so this is really going to be quick today. I am planning a much longer programme for the normal Sunday briefing. I've been the recipient of some beautiful stitchy kindness, lots of charts to show you that I've been sent for future giveaways. I had a Christmas present through from Christina from Whilst Iris Naps. I have got a few bits of haul. I've bought another little sampler. I don't know what happens. They just end up in my basket. I fall in love with them and they end up in my basket, and then they arrive and then they live with me. So tomorrow I will do all of those things as well. I've got some fabric to show you actually. In fact, I've got 2 or 3 lots of fabric, not stitching fabric, but some fabric that I bought to make a quilt top to go with the other 3 quilt top ideas that I have fabric for. And I also bought some wool to have a go with doing wool applique because I am incorrigible. Right, and I also can't get this box open. Box number 18. I'm just going to tear. Ooh, L'Occitane shower and body oil. It's quite nice actually. I've been getting these things because on Monday night I'm going out, presuming it's still on. I'm going to a concert evening at St David's Cathedral, and it's done by a producer, a famous West End producer called Ian Macmillan, and he's moved to St David's and he's doing a night of the music from Hollywood in the cathedral, and a few friends of ours are going from school, and so I'm going out and staying out and then going to school the next morning. Wow. So yeah, I will be in need of some of these things because the only other place I ever go and stay is my mum's house, and I've basically got stuff there. So when I pack, I literally just throw a few clothes in a bag and everything else is there or I borrow it from her. Hence why she's got very few socks left, because I never think to bring socks. I just pinch socks when I get there. So I shall be needing things like that, because obviously apparently you can't go rifling through other people's houses and just borrowing the things that you forget. So yeah, can't wait for that. A few little celebratory drinks I'm sure will be had. Day 18. Really? 2 seconds. Now the reason it fell is because it's not a flat pack. It is bulky. So let's have a look and see what we've got in here. Ooh, a Vera Soir. A Vera Soir 103 in a beautiful, does it say the colour anywhere? It says 740 on the bottom. 100% silk. 740, which is the only number other than the 103 I can see on there, and it's like a gorgeous kind of, it's not a cream, it's more kind of grey than a cream, a bit more browny than a cream, a taupe, a beige. It would be lovely for a monochrome actually. Ooh, look at that. I have used 103 actually. I've got a chart by Hands Across the Sea, Sarah Spencer, and I bought that in the 103s as well, because it's got quite a few, it's not got very many colours, only a few colours, so I bought the kit in the 103s because I wanted to try them, and I'm stitching it on a 40 count Picture This Plus, and I haven't got very far with it to be honest, because I do need magnification for 40 count Picture This Plus, but not for else. So yeah, I haven't got very far with that one, but I must get back to it. So lovely job. Right, I will see you tomorrow for my usual Sunday morning briefing, and it's going to be a bumper one this week, so please join me. Stay classy, stitchers.